長かった。さあ、迎えに行かなくて。
Go get her.
Dark clouds. Interesting.
Whoa. Oh.
I got goosebumps.
I did too. It's not what I expected. Wow.
I think this is the same band from the first intro.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, yeah, new father.
Jeez.
Wow.
Ooh.
Is that new?
Yeah.
Orphan.
Yeah. Survive said the prophet.
Oh, I like where that's going.
Oliver's gonna find Jesus.
I like where that's going too. It's Einar, the guy from the beginning.
Ooh!
And the girl he's going to get is his girl. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, he looks different.
Love triangle, bro.
Whoa.
Is that Hohenheim's grave?
Hohenheim. Don't do me like that, man.
Hey, Pops. There's a very large gap between Thorfinn and his dad.
We're watching that stuff
What
over
the-
again.
Skeleton.
Jeez, dude.
Oh no. Oh no.
You think this is the same singer as the outro for the first?
It sounds like it. What the hell is that?
Princess Mononoke. What is that supposed to be?
It looked like a cliffside. Oh. Done. Next episode. That shot is so cool. Him walking over the burning house.
Everything about that guy.
Why is Garter so cool?
Had no reason to be so cool.
Just to fill everybody in. There's no sound for this one, but we're just letting the intro play again, just to like catch us up.
Bird.
There's a lot to talk about for this episode. Yeah, I like the music, dude. I was worried that it wouldn't live up. I think it lived up to the first half, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Wow. Torf, what is up with that? Like sack of sticks. That
The
was
sacrificial thing.
like a lot of butterflies too in this one.
A lot of metamorphosis happening.
Yeah. Flowers blossoming as well.
Yeah.
Shoot, is this supposed to be Canute or
That looks,
Orphan?
that looks like Canute's beard.
What a mask. Blood
my God.
outweighs. Sheesh. Well, that's a war. It looks like coming to their town. Kettle screaming. That's crazy.
Crying. The blood.
I love
being
it.
spilled.
The path that the two brothers take.
Oh, so that was. Okay, those are all flash.
Whoa.
Who just got that?
Whose head was that? Whose head was that?
Heads will roll.
That might be a spoiler, but I don't care. They showed it themselves. Yeah, that's her lover right there. Who's that?
That's the flashback. I think that's Garter again.
Okay.
And their kid.
Yikes. Random
Just a
person.
random person.
This scene is
Wow.
crazy. The animation for this, like,
That looks
10
like a shot
seconds
from
was nuts.
300.
Okay, yeah. What is the pile of sticks supposed to be Thorfinn? Because it's getting carried around and then gets pierced like that. Like, you know what I mean?
oh,
that is horrid.
dark.
Very
The Hohenheim funeral graves.
It's just a graveyard.
He's like me with Chainsaw Man. Anytime you see it crosses in a field, Chainsaw Man. All right.
I like this desaturated beach.
Waving to his
car.
father. Well, and
And then the skull and the butterfly.
That means mission start.
you did it, Vinland. You're able to do the unthinkable. A banger after a banger.
Yeah.
Love it.
Very, very, very solid.
I'm glad they brought back the band that did the first intro because I like their stuff.
Yeah, now we don't have to do the thing you were worried about where we just pretend we heard the first song over and over again for the rest of the arc.
the band again.
Yeah. Some dark tides that are going to be washing ashore this arc. We already expected that, but I think there's far more layers than I anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, maybe dead husband, backstory of probably a dead child.
Right.
You know, then like I feel like the pile of sticks just seems like it's representative of Thorfinn. I don't know. It was just weird. It was like the sticks in the beginning were being carried by like
Valkyries.
like Valkyrie type people. And then they put them together, and then there was flowers on them, almost like it was like a cool sacrifice. Then later on, it got stabbed from multiple directions, and then it was like dropped with the spears through it into like a pit of flame, essentially. And at the same time, at the end when it got stabbed, there was like Thorfinn being like held by like the husks of bodies, that are haunting him from his past of killing, I would assume.
It's wild that the intro decides to show Thorfinn as a wooden sacrifice, where Canute has a different embodiment of butterflies, like you said, metamorphosis.
Yeah.
It's just a weird representation. One is detached from like the Viking way. I don't know. Like, why is Thorfinn seen under the reflection of like still that Viking culture when he's pretty far removed from it?
Yeah.
All things considered, and Canute, while he's a not practicing Christian but visual representing Christian,
Yeah.
he's the one. I don't know. Just odd choices overall.
Yeah, it is.
But it kind of goes hand in hand with that idea that I was kind of wanting to get at with those two, is like the battle of the minds that will one day come in conflict.
Walking the opposite ends of similar paths.
Right. Like, I just thought how wild actually those two characters are, because we've talked about them at quite a length this season itself, and we kind of broken down Thorfinn and via his father, that like messianic kind of path that he's going on, where Canute's going the complete opposite, the Luciferian route. Like, he is somebody who thinks he can do things without a grander being and do it on his own, that like pride that he's dealing with. And what's so crazy about those two character types is one is starting at like the lowest of lows and is going in an upward direction. One started at the highest part in a society and is going in a downward trajectory. Morality-wise.
Yeah.
So status doesn't reflect the moral compass that they're shooting towards
that they're
right
projecting.
now.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, and I feel like the intro is kind of toying at that a bit more. I just don't really know what the sticks signify, so for all the geniuses, not the manga readers, that's cheating, if you could kind of throw us a bone if you feel like you've gotten anything out of that. I don't know Viking culture enough to really know. I think this is the right time to use the word an effigy.
Yeah,
Is that like a
that's the word I was
effigy?
trying to think of.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, seems to be.
It's just like a wicker man. It's a little bit creepy.
Just a bit.
Yeah. It's not the same thing, but it almost gave me... Sorry, this is like the most cursed thing to bring up, but...
That's a pretty cursed intro.
Like Midsummer.
That's what
like
that's
the flower effigy, and then like the hay, spoiler, the hay tomb that they built at the end and burned down, which is like it's like a almost like a sacrifice in that sense. But so I don't know. That's the only thing that kind of gave me those vibes, but they weren't, not for the same reasons, just more so aesthetically. If that makes sense.
The flowers.
The flowers.
Culturally and geographically,
it fits.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I even think they got inspiration from the Wicker Man, which doesn't matter because Wicker Man got inspiration from Viking.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I like the song too. I enjoy the first song because I think it's hype. Although I'm not a big fan of I'm just not a big screamo metal type of thing. So the way that song, I never liked how that first intro ended. I love everything.
Oh, season 1.
Season 1 intro one. Sorry,
okay, yeah.
Right? That's who the band is you're talking about.
Survive, said the prophet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, it's not. That's definitely not this season's first
No,
intro
yeah,
band.
season 1.
Yeah.
Part 1.
So I like that song, and I honestly like the only time I really like that kind of music is the verses and the bridges before the chorus when they start screaming. 9 times out of 10, anytime I'm in a situation where I have to listen to that music, it's always they actually do have good vocals. They do play their music.
But then they go.
Yeah, but then it starts going to that, and I'm like, you fucking lost me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much the same, and I can only push forward through it if it takes more of a backseat in the song, which I think that it does in that one.
It does, but in the first song. But to me, that's a song where I just want to turn it off at the end. I don't want to listen to the the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I like the.
Well, because I feel like the only time you and I listen to it, it's at the gym. It's that final set.
Oh, yeah,
So
push.
it pushes you through.
It feels like I'm hearing Torfin in my ear, screaming at me,
That's
grow
another
up!
thing too. That's another thing.
Keep going!
I cannot stress how much the way in which you first hear a song and where it comes from can affect how much you make or break a song.
Oh yeah.
I watched a man actually react to the intro for season 2 of Vinland, and he hadn't seen the show, and the song is amazing in my mind. But I think to myself too, because just in general, I really only consume music through the media that I consume, and I'm not a part of the music scene too much, or you guys keep up with it a lot. So, depending on what I will watch, it's basically the only music I'm gonna consume for the most part, unless he recommends some anime hardstyle music, which he does, and a lot of it's amazing.
Fun.
But yeah, and I was wondering, man, it's true. I don't know if I'd listen to this genre if I went out, because it's kind of that Ellie Goulding type of almost even. Forgive me. He brought up Britney Spears, how Britney Spears' music used to be.
For this
season 2 part 1.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of agree with him on that. At the same time, though, association goes so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Goes so far with things.
Because this song, it's always hard for me to do these reactions because it's off of one listen. It's very quick to flee my mind, whereas I would want to listen to it 3 more times and then come back to it with my thoughts. Where I enjoyed the way the intro came off in this.
Pretty quick,
yeah. I did some of it, and again, sometimes it's hard because the association with the visuals. But I did feel you guys with the goosebumps initially, when it first
vocals dropping,
the humming, and then the scenery that played out in the very beginning. I was like, oh shoot! Back to the first song. The way that it starts is solid, the humming. Yeah. No. I'm talking about this song. The one we're reacting to right now. Shut the.
You said the first song.
The
man.
first song
Come on.
of this episode.
It's called an intro, William. Come on.
That would have helped you surmise which one I was talking about.
You just said first, man. Come on.
I will smack the shit out of you across this couch. Anyways. The hum leading in definitely drew me in, but it's hard because off top, it's that's what I remember from it right now. Because the visuals were so aggressive in what was going on. I was I can't even listen to it right now.
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be this or the next episode. That's the intro, the new intro, so I wasn't exactly expecting either. I was waiting for that dark blue hue to lead us in, and so I was caught off guard. But yeah, hype intro. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know your thoughts, and check out the reactions if you haven't already done so for today's episode. Love you guys. Bye-bye.